It all started back in 1979 when I bought my first cat. We'd started pro fishing out of a mono that didn't work well for us. So we changed to a smaller aluminium cat which we used to tow up to Fraser Island and launch through the surf. That went for a number of years and we extended it and improved it. And we tried then another larger model cat from another manufacturer. That didn't work very well either. And then we bought our first shark cat and that was the start of it all. The difference between the shark cat and the other brand was night and day. And that led to my involvement of buying some kit boats from Shark Cat to build one as a commercial fishing boat and another one as a charter boat. And that's how it started. People started knocking on our door wanting to buy, or heard we were doing the Shark Cats, they wanted to buy them, so we sold them. So I'm still here, still selling them 30 years later. I still haven't gone fishing again. We started buying hulls and decks and kit form from the Shark Cat organisation on the Gold Coast in around 1988, and then eventually bought shares in Shark Cat and it became at one stage their only customer, which then led to us buying the company moulds and continuing on as Noosacat. We were actually buying Yamahas from Annett and Thompson in the early days, and apart from fitting out our own boats, we were also doing repowers for Coast Guard and SC Rescue. The first pair of Yamahas we bought were a pair of 150 two-strokes back in 1987, and they actually went on my own 8-metre, which was going to operate as a commercial fishing vessel. And from then on, predominantly Yamaha outboards for the last 30 years. Yeah, all of our boats are built to order. There's no stock boats, so each boat's configured and powered as to what the customer chooses. We're an OEM with all the major manufacturers. Generally, most government departments and the majority of the leisure owners are choosing Yamaha. Yamaha have supported us through assisting with R&D with engines on new models and been involved personally, the representatives have been involved personally with the sea trials and tests. Had a degree of input, which has always been appreciated. All of the installations are commissioned and signed off by Yamaha, so there's full factory support for all installations. The larger are all the smaller ones with the exception of the 7-metre. So Shark Cat had a model called the 700 of course, which was frequently powered by a single diesel installation, and that was very popular with the commercial guys. But with the advent of 4-stroke outboards, the single diesel lost its advantage in fuel consumption. So that virtually died a natural death, and they're up to now 9 metres of traditionally outboard by the far or greater majority. And then beyond that, typically diesel, surface drives, pod drives, shaft drives. But now with the new larger outboards, we're looking towards the 14 metres being powered by outboards as well. In the earlier days, we'd powered up to 39s with 225 two-strokes, which, whilst the performance was adequate, the fuel was horrible. Now these days, with the 4-strokes, we've done a number of the 35s with the 350 Yamahas and one with 250 Yamahas, and the fuel is good and the performance is exceptional. So now we're looking with the bigger range of engines again, of really pushing the 41s and even up to the 44 or 48 with the bigger engines, whether it be twins or multiples. Every boat that we completely outfit is sea trialled here in Noosa, and I personally take them out, we run them offshore and teach the owner in the aspects of handling the boat as best we can. One of the aspects of teaching new owners how to operate their vessel is the fact that the catamarans behave differently to monos, and our cats behave differently to some others. There's a lot of traits that these boats don't have, which is a positive thing, and when you can illustrate how the boat handles and how tolerant it is in certain conditions, that gives that new owner a lot of confidence in their ability and their boat's ability. So people without any experience literally can hop behind the wheel and with a little bit of common sense enjoy their boating. Even if they put a foot wrong, the boat's very tolerant. When we started in the late 80s, we weathered the 23 and 24% interest rates, and then we've gone through the recession we had to have, and then the most recent GFC. And through that whole time, ever since we've started, we've always had forward orders. We've never ever run out of work right from day dot to now, and the forward orders are generally at least 6 months out, sometimes longer. And it goes across a whole range of models. generally from the 24s through to the 35s are under production or in production the whole time. It's got to the point now where the second generation of the family's now stepped into the office, so I've been made redundant, made back on the tools out in the factory. Typically I'm here 5+ days a week, nearly every week of the year. We disappear occasional weekends for our motorsport involvement, which keeps the reflexes sharp for testing these boats through the bar. It's been quite a growth period, from starting in a small shed that we built in our backyard, literally, to build our own boat, to building this factory, as I said, back in 1990, and having sent boats all over the world to a wide range of users.